The weather's been absolutely beautiful this week at the Proving Grounds. Great week to finish up our trail camera survey and get outside with Tracy and Crystal looking for those antlers.
That was too easy. I was like, oh, he dropped his horns, let's go find him.
Growing Deer TV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Also by Reconics, Trophy Rock, Gallagher, Muddy Outdoors, Eagle Seed, Nikon, Winchester Ammunition, Redneck Hunting Blinds, Dead Downwind, and Antler Dirt.
Find us one, Crystal. Find us an antler. Find.
Last week during our post-camera survey, we got some Reconics images of split brow 14, one of the top bucks we know of on the whole farm, with antlers on one morning and antlers off at the same station that afternoon. Wednesday, Tracy, Crystal, and I went up on Cave Road to the camera station where we had images with split brow antlers on and antlers off to start looking for his sheds. Tracy and Crystal took the north side of the road, which is a little bit flatter and has the majority of big cave food plot on it. I took the south side of the road, which is a little steeper, but has the bedding area on it. It wasn't long till my phone was ringing and I knew it'd be Tracy telling me I'd lost this competition.
Good girl, Chrissy. Go show Adam. Good girl, show Adam. Look. Good one. Good, beautiful. Is that him?
That's definitely him. He's got that busted G2.
Good girl. Look at that. You found it. You knew where it was, didn't you?
Yeah, it's gotta be close.
You want to go find another one? We'll go trying to find another one? Yeah, I know you love it.
Tracy and I have a little competition between us when it comes to shed hunting. Now she leaves the regular hunting to me, but when it comes to shed hunting, she's pretty territorial over her favorite spots.
Good girl. Good girl. Woo! Good girl. All right. Good girl. Good girl.
That was too easy. I was like, oh, he dropped his horns, let's go find him.
She found him. Split brow, yeah.
February 1st, it's almost like you got an early Valentine's Day present. I didn't have to buy this one. Maybe I did with the years of management, but Tracy and Crystal found split brow 14 this morning. During season, when he broke a tine off his left side and lost his right eye, I was worried about secondary infection. He went undercover for a while and we weren't getting any trail camera images once he lost that eye. But a little later when they started feeding during the post rut, he started showing up again and I was relieved they looked healthy, mobile, and was running with different bucks, not showing any less dominance than he had before. Finding those sheds and getting all the Reconics images, and more importantly, noticing that where he's shed is healthy, there's no sign of skull bone attached or anything irregular, certainly makes split brow one of my top hit list bucks for next year. Very good job. Good job, Crystal. Good job. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Assuming that split brow had a 15-inch spread, he scores 144 7/8, missing this tine, and you can see what he had on this side. This deer was a 150-inch deer, and if he grows a nominal 10% next year, we don't have a drought and good growing conditions, looking at a 165-inch deer. But if he grows 20%, looking at a 170 plus gross score. That's a hit list buck anywhere in America.
See my antlers? See my antlers?
Truth be known, that's a dynamic duo because Crystal's got a great nose, needs a little bit more training, she's still young, but Tracy just has a natural knack of knowing where to walk and guide the dog where antlers are going to be found. After deer season's really when Tracy's season starts, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is my time of year.
She loves finding sheds. She likes going through her Reconyx images and looking for a specific buck. Working with Crystal and finding sheds is really an extension of Tracy's deer season.
It's my only deer season. It's when Crystal and I get out and get to have some fun, look for the deer sign, and enjoy creation. Good girl. Good girl. Want a treat? Good girl. That's a nice one. You know, where there's one, there's usually two. When Crystal and I are out shed hunting, try to look for the signs that would indicate there's been a buck in the area. There's often little rubs on just these little saplings that keep me excited and going. You know, anytime there's deer sign, if there's, you know, deer poop, if there's a deer bed, man, we get excited because we know that they've been in there. And I've learned with Crystal sometimes just to slow down and let her work out an area real well and watch her, because she's going to take me down that deer trail. She's going to lead me where I need to be going. It's amazing. She's got a better sense of where the deer are working than I do. And so just got to trust her and keep going. Nah, 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 nah. You were hoping to catch me fall.
Not to be totally skunked by Tracy and Crystal, I found this shed on the south side of Cave Road that same morning. This is a buck we called Broad Brow, and you can see how his brow goes outward instead of straight up, and you can imagine the other rack doing the same, giving him broader brow points. Later that morning, Tracy found this shed, looks like from the previous year, given the marks and the chewings on it and just how it's faded. But we think this is from a buck that we call Bean Flipper this year.
Guess what I found?
When I was a kid, we'd take a hickory stick that had a good solid fork in it, cut some inner tube out, get some boot leather, make a little patch, put some gravel in there, and chase all the birds out of Mama's garden. We call it a bean flipper, and that looks just like a bean flipper to me. I believe that Bean Flipper kept the same configuration, but got it quite a bit larger this year, as you can see from these Reconyx images. I think this was Bean Flipper as a 2.5-year-old. These images show him as a 3.5-year-old in 2011. He'd be a 4.5-year-old during 2012, and likely will be on our hit list. We're still getting pictures here of a few bucks with antlers on, but there's enough sheds on the ground that it's time to start burning some boot leather and get out there finding sheds and scouting for next year. I hope you have a chance to get out and go shed hunting this week, do some scouting for next year, and just get some great exercise. Whatever you do, take this time to enjoy creation, and thanks for watching GrowingDeer.tv.